Hey, welcome to the Busy People Getting Fit podcast, where fitness meets real life. If you're tired of wasting time on things that don't work, you're in the right place. We focus on quick, effective strategies to improve your health without the hassle. Whether it's saving time, money, or energy, we keep it simple so you can feel better, live longer, and take control of your fitness. I'm your host, Brian White, a CrossFit Level 3 trainer and nutrition coach. Growing up as unathletically as I did, I learned fitness through hard work. Now I'm here to help busy people like you get real results. Hope you're having a great day. Today, we are talking about what is the thing that all successful people do? And I can promise you it has nothing to do with talent or intelligence or luck. Nope, it is about this one thing. So let's get started, because we live in a world that craves instant results. You all know that. And so it gets confusing as to how we get results from one-click purchases to those same day deliveries. I got deliveries today from my Amazon. Speed seems to be the mark of success. Yet, when it comes to achieving meaningful goals, whether it's fitness, career progression, or your personal growth, there is a far, far greater secret to success. And what is it? Starts with a C. It is consistency. Consistency is simple, but not easy. It's about showing up even when it's hard. It's about showing up, especially when it's hard. Staying the course, doing what you need to do, even when you don't, even you will not see immediate results. You come in for your workout, you eat the salad today, you're not going to lose those 20 pounds right now. Right? It's about consistency. It's about committing to the process. It's about committing to the process over committing to perfection. Let's take one step. Let's do the one thing that we can do today. And here is why consistency is the backbone of success. So let's get into it. Five things. Number one, consistency builds momentum, because success is not about a single day of hard work. That single workout, that single meal is not going to give you all the results that you want. Instead, what you have to do is you have to string together small efforts over time. And each time that you show up, each time that you are consistent, you're adding momentum to your journey. And each step, no matter how small that step is, it compounds over time. Compound interest. Albert Einstein said the most powerful thing in our universe is compound interest. And I like to listen to Albert Einstein. He was a pretty smart dude. Consistency, no matter how small, compounds over time. In fitness, in your workouts, this looks like showing up every day, even when you don't feel like it. Today was a day like that for me. Didn't really feel good. Showed up to my workout, did my warm up, didn't really feel good. Went to my skill piece, which today were wall walks. Didn't really feel good going upside down. You know what? I stuck with it. I stayed with that workout. Did my run, did my kettlebell swings, did my pull-ups or my ring rows. Did the very best I could today in that moment with whatever I had, because I know that consistency is what breeds results. Consistency is what breeds results. Everything, all the other aspects of my life, it means the same thing. It means showing up to for my family, right? Showing up with love in the morning. I'm responsible for getting my girls up and out the door. And what kind of spirit do I foster in the morning? Is it rush? Is it perfection? Is it, waking up right when the alarm goes off? Or do I want to give this spirit of calm, of growth, of we can do this, of confidence in the morning? And that's what I do. And it's all about being consistent with that every morning, so that my kids know they can wake up and know that a loving dad is going to be there for them. Number two, the second thing, consistency fosters resilience. So here's the deal. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how rich you are, how famous you are, how lucky you've been, how much you have, how much you don't have. Life rarely goes according to plan, and setbacks are inevitable. Consistency isn't about achieving perfection every day. It's about developing the resilience to keep going forward when things get tough. Things will get tough. Are you going to keep moving forward? When things get tough, and they will, are you going to keep moving forward? So think about it this way. If your goal is to become fitter or healthier, you're going to be sore. You're going to be tired. You're not going to sleep well one day. Maybe it's going to be a stressful week or a family obligation, or you're just unmotivated. And I will tell you, motivation does not exist. Willpower does not exist. Structure exists. Systems exist. And that's what we want to lean on when we don't feel good. And by feel good, I mean, I just don't feel like doing it. But I know today, noon on Monday, that's when I'm going to go work out. No, I'm going to go work out. That's my thing. That's how I get results, by committing to that consistent approach. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm training myself to withstand adversity, to bounce back, and to press forward. I do that in one aspect of my life, and therefore then it becomes easier to do in other aspects of my life. Number three, consistency trains discipline. We talked about this a little bit already, but motivation is fleeting. Not can be fleeting, it is fleeting. It will disappear. You will not be motivated. The greatest in the world don't just do what they need to do when they feel motivated, because honestly, that just isn't very often. So we build that habit of consistency And that consistency develops a level of discipline that I can then apply to all those other areas of my life. It's the discipline to go to the gym no matter what. It's the discipline to invest my money, like dollar cost averaging. Won't get into all the details here. This is not a financial podcast. Dollar cost averaging says I'm going to invest on a certain time period, no matter what. So let's just say whenever you get paid on the 1st and the 15th. On the 1st and the 15th, some of that paycheck I'm going to put into an investment account. It's going to go into broad range index fund, for example. Again, not giving advice, financial advice here, just using it as an example. I'm going to do that no matter my emotions, whether the market is up, whether it is down, whether I feel rich, whether I feel poor. Consistency is what is going to breed success, whether that is physically with my body or financially with my money. When it comes to my career, am I going to be consistent in me showing up for work, showing up, reading the reports, pushing information out to my customers, for example? Am I going to be consistent in the information that I give? That discipline builds trust in me. It also builds trust in the people around me. And it reassures me that I have what it takes to reach the goals that I have set for myself. Number four, consistency creates confidence. Here's the deal. Confidence isn't just about feeling good. Confidence isn't about hoping and wishing and praying. Confidence is knowing that you have done everything that was in your power to do to get you ready for this moment. Let me give you an example. I have a daughter. She plays water polo. When she is that fifth, if they go into overtime, each team gets 5 shots for sudden death, gets 5 shots on goal. And when she's that fifth person taking that shot, is she confident? You know what gives her confidence? Knowing that in multiple practices a week, for weeks and weeks, for months and months, and for now years and years, she has been taking some of those shots against one of the best goalies in the country. And she has made those shots. So yeah, when she's in that position, she has a lot more confidence. Confidence is about showing up every day, gradually proving to yourself that you are capable of the goal you were trying to reach. Every time you complete that workout or invest that money or practice those shots, you're following through and you're sticking to the plan and you're building your confidence. And this confidence isn't just in your abilities. It's this confidence that you can rely on yourself when life gets tough. You can rely on yourself to keep going, and life will get tough. Here's my own personal example about my confidence. I feel confident I can drive anywhere in the world. Let me say this, as long as I'm on the right side of the road. If I'm on the left side of the road, I'm a little bit more hesitant. But I feel like I can drive anywhere in the world if I'm on the right side of the road. And the reason why, because I have many hundreds, thousands of times, I don't know, driven in rush hour traffic on I-10 inside and outside of Houston. They're just, yeah, I'm sure there are places with more cars, but they don't go 70 miles an hour, right? And I'm sure like the Autobahn, right, they go as fast as they want, and that can be a little bit scary, but there aren't like 22 lanes of traffic across, right? So that's just my personal example of I feel confident, and I feel confident because I've put in the time, whether I really wanted to or not. Number five, consistency shapes your identity. We are what we do over and over and over. When you commit to consistency, you're telling yourself, I am someone who eats vegetables every single meal. I am someone who works out 4 to 5 to 6 days a week. I am someone who has a calm morning and makes breakfast for the family Monday through Friday. Who are you? And what are you doing consistently to be that person? That's that mindset shift. And when we have that mindset shift, that's when powerful things start to happen in our life. I am someone who is that sentence. And then you fill in who do you want to be? Who do you want to be? And take actions to be that person. That identity will drive your actions. Those actions will become become that identity. And then you get this cycle, right? The cycle of actions make me who I am drives these actions. Actions make me more of who I am. So those are our 5 steps to our number 1 word of the day: consistency, consistency, consistency. Staying consistent in your journey. How do we stay consistent? Because life is chaotic and your motivation will be low. I believe in structure. I believe in systems. Number 1, and we've talked about this before, but have a floor. Have a floor. Yes, ceiling is like I'm going to meditate for 20 minutes every morning. There are days that just isn't going to happen. So what's your floor? My floor is I'm going to meditate for 2 minutes every day. No matter what, my worst day of my life, I can find 2 minutes. Busiest day, let's say busiest day, most hectic morning, I can always find 2 minutes to meditate. What's my floor for working out? My floor for working out is I'm going to work out, let's say 3 days a week. And my floor for moving, let's say working out in quotes, my floor for moving is that I'm going to take a walk around the block. If on my worst day, even when I'm sick, if I'm bedridden and sick, I'm going to take my little dog Toro, for a walk. That is my floor. That is my floor for my fitness. And then, when it comes to eating, I'm always going to have a fruit or vegetable. Let's say my floor is I'm going to eat watermelon. To me, that's the easiest fruit in the world to eat, right? And so my floor is I'm always going to have watermelon, at least minimum, whenever I eat. So we're going to set a floor. You already have the ceiling, this ideal thing that you are going to do. So that floor is just that bare minimum of what you're going to do to keep going and get something in. Number two structure that you can put in is to embrace the small wins. I do, what is it called? Every Friday, I say something good about my life. And then when we have our coaches meeting every Wednesday, we start it with gratitude. We're going to say something that we're grateful for, no matter how small. Some days it's like, hey, I'm grateful for the weather. It was cool, or the sun came out if it's been raining, or it rained because it's been too hot. I recognize that I had a super healthy meal yesterday for lunch. So we're going to celebrate those small wins. That's number two. Number three thing I want to do to stay consistent is that I'm going to remember my why. I personally want to live a longer, happier, healthier life, and I want to leave a legacy. I want this world to be a better place when I leave than when I started. I want to have some sort of impact. I call it laying down the straw. We have these big grand plans on how we're going to impact the world, but the reality is all we can do is put down this one little piece of straw to build this big hay pile. And I want to leave that one little piece of straw. I wrote a book, 1 Minute Fitness, that is a piece of straw that I have laid. And how did I write that book? I was consistent. Every night I wrote something. I wrote at least a page, or I researched to write more. Or later, I would spend at least an hour a day, 5 days a week. I spend at least an hour a day, 5 days a week, writing something or researching something related to the book. And that's how it got done. So having said all that, to summarize, consistency is not easy. What we want is we start building these systems, right? It's easier to eat fruit when I have fruit bowl on the kitchen counter. It's easy to get my workout in when it's on my calendar Monday, Wednesday, Friday at noon and Saturday at 9 a.m. Right? It's easier for me to go take a walk when I have a dog. So if you go get a dog and your spouse hates me for that, don't blame me, please. Please don't blame me. But that's what we're going to do. Consistency is the key to success. Consistency is the key. Have a great day.